Hey Decide Your Destiny crew, Cosbreedies here. Thanks for joining me for another Decide Your Destiny daily dose. Decide to figure out what that is. What is that? What's Decide Your Destiny? What's this all about? You know, what are people thinking behind the scenes? And I know for me, every time I do a video, I am doing a video through the camera and visualize myself speaking to people either on their computer, on their phone, watching it on the TV with people, whoever, but they're viewing the videos. And I'm thinking about that person and how this message is resonating with that person. And oftentimes when I go into my mind and I try and join things together and I ramble a bit, I'm concerned, trying to sharpen up the edges. But I'm constantly thinking about how is this message resonating? How can this person implement this message? Because any education is kind of useless if you don't implement it and action it and instantly improve your life. So I've got Alexis Steyn here. Say hi to the folks, Alexis.
Hello, how is everybody going?
Alexis is an artist. She's art by Alexis Steyn, and she's also a graphic designer. And she, in her art, she involves a lot of like humanitarian sort of works and bringing in the spiritual element, the goddess, the woman, what do they call it? The queen bee, the queen woman these days. So funny.
Queen essence. Yeah.
Queen essence.
Yeah.
It's a quick side note. I got an email, a campaign email this morning, and it said, "Kyle, join us to find out how you can get your Queen Energy game on." And I was like, "Yes, Queen Energy!" So they're targeting me as well. But I guess anyone can have Queen Energy. Anyway, moving quickly on. So we've got Alexis here, and Alexis watches quite a few of the videos, and I wanted to kind of see, what you took away from it. So, what is Decide Your Destiny to you?
Well, thank you first of all for having me on. It's really really nice to, I guess, be here talking to you about it. And I do watch quite a lot of your videos, and every week you're saying, I guess, something new. And just from what I've kind of gathered, it's not so much that people don't already know these things, or like they don't already know within themselves, how to, steps to be better or steps to take to improve in your daily life. But if you don't have someone, I guess, saying it out loud and, actually putting it out there, a lot of us, have those things at the back of our mind, but we never really think about it, and we don't really implement it in our day-to-day lives. So it's almost like your videos are there as a reminder, I guess, to actually think about it and start implementing those changes and improving your life every day.
Wow.
But for me, I think deciding your destiny, or just the idea of destiny itself, seems like this really huge thing that you've got to achieve, or this massive thing that's far away, your destiny's a far away thing that maybe is a massive thing to achieve. But I think when you break it down and you really look at it, your destiny it's starting today, or it's starting yesterday. It's just every single step you take, every single choice that you make every single day is, I guess, pushing you towards your destiny and what you are deciding you want your destiny to look like. So I guess for me, deciding my destiny started with leaving my graphic design job and pursuing my art full time. And I guess that was me taking that big leap of faith and deciding, this is what I really want to do. This is this is really my passion and what I want to be, I guess, pursuing. And that's me, I guess, deciding my kind of destiny. So it's every little step that you take, I guess, each day, one step at a time, that leads you to finding out what your destiny is. So I think that's my biggest takeaway from your videos. Just, it's all in the little choices that you make every day.
100%. Thank you. I love that. I didn't know you felt that way. I guess when you're on camera and you have to deconstruct your thoughts. And I guess that's part of the Decide Your Destiny Daily Dose is every time I get on, I've got to deconstruct my thoughts. And a lot of the time, I'm actually, come a little closer for the mic, just for the mic. A lot of the time, you know, you are working through things in your mind and you're problem solving, and that's what we all do as humans, you know, trying to solve problems, you know. So when you start off with the base problems, you know, food, shelter, those sorts of things, and then you get to your, you know, who you are as you show up in the world, you know, what you're known as, your status, you know, and then you go on to like ego and different sort of things like that, and then you get up higher and higher, and then, you know, the highest form, I guess, is your spiritual, you know, resonance and what your purpose is and what your destiny is and the big picture sort of stuff. And I think it's important to have your eyes on that big picture and look at in the day, what things am I adding to that? And when you've got, you know, we both have had part-time jobs, full-time jobs in the past, and then having our own business on the side, I think that's a great example of that business could be your destiny for a second, you know. So that business becoming successful is your destiny. Yeah. And every day you're finding the time to crack away at that destiny. So for me, it was in between dropping the cash off to the bank and back for the business that I was working with. I was running quickly as I could and then sending emails on the way back on my phone just to try and get things going, try to keep things in motion. And that's what it is, you know, you got to keep things in motion. And that's where morning miracle routines, daily routines, things like that really help you to keep things in motion. Because if you've got things in motion, then you just, it's at some point it's multiplicative, and you bring in the right people, and suddenly you start leapfrogging towards your destiny rather than itching away at it. So that's where I think it's really important. If you can commit something every single day, for me, this daily dose is committing my mind to be aware of my destiny, to have attention on my destiny, and have attention on turning the things that are a bit sour lemons in my life into, you know, lovely grapes or whatever it is, you know, turning it into positive. So that's my daily dedication, because you can be wiped out for a day, for a week, for a month. And I think around the world we've all been wiped out with things that have changed, you know, since 2020, even in 2019 with Australian bushfires and all these sorts of things that just kept popping up, and the world's becoming even more accelerated. And I think a lot of people are feeling less and less in control of their destiny and in control of their fate. And it's pretty much left up to the whims of someone else. So I think that's where deciding your destiny comes back to. I want to be the authority over my own life. I want to make decisions for me that are going to benefit my future self and impact the future lives of everyone else as I'm going about it. So that's really what it's all about. And yeah, it's big words, but I mean, if you don't aim for, you know, the skies, you don't aim for the moon, the stars, you know, you kind of a great there's this book called Vivid Vision, and in this book it talks about Kennedy and how there were no real physical things being done to get to the moon, but he just put it out there and said,
we're going to do that
in this decade, we're going to get to the moon, you know. And that's the fire in the belly that we all have, you know, where we can say, I'm going to get here. Oh, but society says you can't, you know, modern science says you can't, this says you can't, you know, this sector over here, parents, whoever it is, friends, family, even relationships, says you can't do it. You know, you, regardless of that, you're committing to that end goal, that big picture, that shoot for the moon.
Yeah, and I guess like staying the course and not giving up. Like there's so many times where you like think to yourself and you're questioning it and you're going like, oh, like I'm not moving fast enough, or things are not progressing quick enough for me. And you know, I think so many people give up just that little bit too early. Maybe if they stayed the course a little longer, you know, something would have eventually happened. But it's just like keeping that optimism and also I think growing with the times, because there's so much happening, there's so many advancements with like technology and just everything, and if you don't keep up to date with it, like you just get left behind. And even for like myself, like I'm always thinking, oh my god, like I need to I need to like jump on this like as soon as I can.
Yeah.
And that's an area that I need to improve upon. Like there's so many different things that we can all improve, but
But also knowing where you're going, I think that's the thing.
Yeah, knowing where you're going, but just improving on and knowing which areas you can improve upon, because...
And why you're focusing on that, because there's so many things that you can focus on, and that might be someone else's, belief. Think about how many things are truly your belief. Another great book is Untethered Soul, and it kind of asks you, has this run of questions like, who are you? And then the first answer is, so for myself, I'm a photographer. Who are you? Oh, I'm Carl Spirides. Who are you? Oh, I'm a son, a brother. No. Who are you? And it just keeps diving deeper and deeper. And I think that's really crucial, diving deep within yourself. All right, why am I using this social platform? Why am I using that? What is the point of this? Why am I trying to post these things? What's my end goal? What's my big reason for all of these things? Am I just doing it because someone else has said that that's the way to go? Because that's the way to go for them, but it might not be the way to go for you. So when I can give you advice on your art and what to do here, what to do there, what to do, but most of it, to be fair, most advice is experimental, because I don't know if that's going to resonate with you and you're going to keep doing it.
Yeah.
So it's like a 30-day challenge might work really well for me, but it could be disastrous for you, or vice versa, you know? And it's because it doesn't resonate with that person. So really figuring out what resonates with you is essential.
And that's the purpose.
Yeah, the purpose.
The real purpose behind what you're doing. Like, you don't want to just be, I guess, doing something for the sake of... Like, I don't really think many people would be doing, I guess, things just for the sake of doing it. It's a big time waster, and, you wouldn't want to be putting your energy into that kind of thing. Like, that's just what I think. Like, just having purpose and meaning in the things that you're doing every day, and...
greater meaning, and I think there's so many things we do unconsciously, because those beliefs, those kind of indoctrination is so put into us, so you will go out and you might go start a business, but then you remember all your schooling life, all your childhood life, you were told that you've got to get a job in this corporate field, in this sector, and go here, there and everywhere. So every time you get a business, maybe unconsciously you're not making it work, or you're just quitting. Like, I think Tony Robbins has a great thing he says where a lot of people are knocking on the door, and just before the door knocks down and lets them in, and all the opportunities and collaboration and impact they can have in the world comes through, they turn their back on the door and they give up. And so really going deep within yourself, and that's why I talk about spirituality, or I talk about finding your purpose, things like that, and your destiny. Just go deep within yourself, because you don't know what unconscious blocks, what traumas, what things you are doing to hold yourself back, and it can even be unconscious. So there's a lot of healing to be done, there's a lot of progression to be done, and there's a lot to create. So get excited about it, but also realize that not all of it's going to be on the surface, not all of it's going to be in the physical realm. You have to go real deep and unlock the greatness you have within, bit by bit, within yourself. So
exactly,
that's me.
Awesome.
And that's you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Thank you. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you very much.
No worries. Appreciate it. And thanks for tuning in, guys. Really hope you're enjoying the channel, you're enjoying the community, you're enjoying the Decide Your Destiny platform, where we're trying to take it and trying to do more interviews like this, and really get behind the scenes and get into what people are thinking. And everyone's got so many great gifts to give the world, and that's really what I believe. And it's about giving those gifts and empowering other people, and getting people excited and energetic about life. That's what it's all about. While we're here, why not? So where can they find you, Alexis?
Well, you can find me on either Instagram or my website, which is Art by Alexis Steyn. And I've just got a lot of, I guess, work coming up, and a lot of new things on the horizon, which I'm really keen to share. But thank you.
Exciting. No, thank you.
Yeah.
And leave us a comment. Let us know what you thought of this video. Give me any feedback you like. Share this around if you have someone in mind who might take a lot away from this, and hit that big red subscribe button if you're keen to tune into the channel more often. And we'll be bringing out daily videos like this. We'll bring out guests and different sort of inspiration to really motivate you to live the best life you can live. So yeah, I'm glad you've joined us, and I'm looking forward to continuing this partnership, this friendship across the camera, across the borders. And as always, guys, remember, decide your destiny. Cheers.